Time for the Judge and JD show. Judge, you ever feel like the world's a tuxedo and you're a brown pair of shoes?
No.
That's how I'm feeling right now. But we've got a great show lined up for you tonight. We've got Case Fisher, Dietz Fisher, and Greg Langehenning on the Judge and JD show.
Hey, JD, where's our cap for this week to give away?
Right here.
I can't see it.
Oh, is it here?
Oh, it's camo.
Oh, there it is. He couldn't see it.
So if you give a goofy line, I could give one too. Anyway, back to our drawing here.
All right, I get to do it again. Let me see. Well, maybe I can read it. I think we're going to do this one in record time. If I can read this, this is record time.
It's going to have to be you. I don't know. My
Jacqueline.
God.
Jacqueline won.
All right.
Jacqueline Canese.
Jacqueline Canese, one
is
of my
our
favorites.
winner.
She's one of my favorite
I
people.
could read it, and we did it in record time.
She cut my hair when I was like 10.
Hair?
Yeah, but when I had
I've seen more hair on
maybe
bar
she cut it
soap.
all off.
Do I need to talk to Jackie and ask her where the rest of your hair went?
I guess it's, thank you, Jackie. Thank you.
Oh, good stuff. Congratulations. If we can find the cap, we're going to give it to you.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Okay. All right. All right. We're going to talk about two of our favorite things here, booze and food. Maybe not necessarily in that order, but we're going to talk food and booze
I'll
today.
take them in either order. Works for me. Works for me. We've got Case and Dietz Fisher here today with Fischer Wieser and
Dietz Distillery,
Dietz
baby.
Distillery, yeah, and Dietz Distillery, and we're excited to have them here today.
Happy
Well,
to
Case,
be here.
you and I went to school together. Good old FHS grad. So,
Absolutely.
but you've done well, my friend.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you.
When did you and Mark get together, and how did you kind of start the story from the beginning? How did you guys decide that you were going to do all these wonderful chipotle sauces and things like that?
Well, actually, it was back in high school, 1979, and freshman in high school. You remember those days?
I did. Well, sort of.
And needed a summer. Yeah, exactly. Needed a summer job. So Jenny Wieser, his niece, was a good friend of mine, and she said, "Ask my uncle. He's always hiring people for the summer for peach picking and stuff." So that's what I did. And actually, my first job back then was picking agarita berries. You know what an agarita berry is, and then I just stuck with it. You know, all the way 45 years ago.
Spell that twice real quick.
Stuck with it. Stuck with it.
Yeah, no, good stuff. No, we appreciate you coming on. I mean, I once was a peach picker myself.
Oh, yeah,
where
yeah.
I grew up peach farming, in the early years.
To some of our listeners outside of Fredericksburg in the area, Fredericksburg known for peaches
Known for
first
peaches.
and antiques, right? And now it's kind of
Antiques.
developed into the
Deer
winery
hunting,
and the
yeah.
distilleries, and
It's developed into all that, but the peaches remain. It's one of those things that's endured all these years, and it's still a big part of our economy here.
Oh, yeah.
And
Judge, we actually started the Wieser family on where we raise peaches right now, have been growing peaches there since 1928.
oh wow.
And so when I started working for Mark in '79, they were really in the peach business. We had 12,000 peach trees at that time.
Dang.
Right? Yeah, it was 12,000. So it was a lot of picking crews to pick through that. A lot of it was sold wholesale. Today we have 2,500 trees, 26 varieties, and we sell everything right out the front door. And
Right
so
out the front
everything's
door.
done fresh. Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. Yeah, I grew up in the Stonewall community. So,
Sure.
kind of
a lot of peach orchards.
lots
out that
of
way.
peach out that
Yeah.
between here and there, and then my parents had a little country store out there, and I think we sold your products when we were still open.
Yeah, for sure
and
you
that
did.
sort of thing. So now so it just kind of developed into to producing the foods. I mean,
We did. Mark's mother and his sister-in-law made jams and jellies that they would sell in the store. And, year after year, I, working there, would see that people would come back from Houston or Dallas or whatever, and they'd buy their case of peach preserves and take it back, and you see them the next year. So I really started seeing the connection between growing the peaches and then making it into a jam or a jelly or a sauce, and actually seeing people smile when they came in to buy it.
Absolutely.
And we didn't have a lot of wholesale customers, around in Houston, so they had to come back to Fredericksburg to get that. And so that's how we got into it. And then I went to Mark when I was a senior in high school and said, really, I think you could do something with these jams and jellies more than what we're doing. And I went off to A&M and studied food and fiber marketing and came back in, that's right, in 1988, got married and came back here, and we just started hitting the road and selling our food products and then developing all sorts of different sauces and things of that sort. And we haven't stopped.
Legendary. Legendary. I mean, let's just call it what it is. It's legendary now.
I appreciate that, yeah.
Yeah, no, and we love them, and we love the products. And,
I can't walk, at H-E-B, I can't walk by the Philadelphia cream cheese without thinking
without
of Case and Mark and Fischer and Wieser, right?
That is
I walk by the cracker aisle, I'm thinking Fischer and Wieser.
It's definitely a staple, with, like you say, with the cream cheese, with the, pouring the chipotle over the top.
Absolutely.
Oh, man. It's just such a big part of our, not just during the holidays, but especially holidays, too. We got to have the cream cheese with the sauce on. Oh, there's some right here.
Yeah, absolutely. Look at that.
Going to sample some of that in just a little bit. Were you one of the first companies to come up with the idea to put sauce on top of the cream cheese?
Well,
or how did all that
I think
kind of
that
come together?
We definitely opened up this sauce, the fruited peppered sauces and stuff with our mango ginger habanero roasted raspberry chipotle sauce. I mean, when we came out with chipotle, roasted raspberry chipotle sauce, that was 1996. Man. No one even knew what a chipotle was. And so I would think, I'm not going to take credit for that, but certainly it's become a real popular thing from the 90s on.
It's worldwide now. I mean, it's
right.
Worldwide distribution, pretty much.
We sell this pretty much all throughout North America.
Right.
And then we do every so often when the freight works and the money exchange, we sometimes sell the UK and into club stores over there.
Wow,
They'll buy it, but it has to be right.
And every once in a while, we'd ship to Taiwan. I remember because whenever I was in the shipping department and stuff, I'd be like, "What is this going over here?" It's like one pallet, It's
so
hilarious.
you have
I was
those
like, what in the world?
odd bird things, but I would say mostly North America.
Yeah, but I mean,
and a lot in Texas.
Oh man, I bet all over the Lone Star State for sure.
Which is a country in itself.
It is.
And your plant's right here in Fredericksburg.
Yes.
You employ
less than a mile from here.
Yeah. I just love the Fredericksburg success stories. I love seeing businesses do well here in the community, and I think we talked a little bit about that earlier.
I spent a lot of time around the Little League field, like most of us do, with softball, baseball. But man, you can smell.
Yeah, you can.
Fischer and Wieser's right there by the softball.
Oh,
field.
absolutely. Yeah,
But,
it's.
Talk about some of your products. You've got quite a few, and like you said, the product list seems to be growing.
Yeah,
right?
we believe it or not, we make about 170 different products under our brand name, and but one to really talk about now that has new news is our hot peach and honey. This just won a Sophie Award, and we will find out if we're one of 3 finalists in that category, and we will find out in January in San Diego.
Look at that.
Where the show is, if we get a gold on that. But that's kind of what launched us. This product right here in 1997, winning the Outstanding New Bestseller, that was a Sophie Award as well. And that really was an inflection point on our company that...
You feel like it catapulted you to
it had
another
people
level?
calling us and say, hey, we heard about that, rather than me calling, would you please buy this product?
Right.
And so it kind of changed it. It shifted a little bit. But, JD, we have a ton of different products that probably a lot of people don't know about because they're not necessarily in a grocery store. You have to come either online or into our... one of our retail stores here in Fredericksburg and try them because we have all of them there. But from savory to sweet, from jam, jellies to sauces to soups. We have a whole list of products. But it has to be something that it can't be ordinary, or it has to take an ordinary meal and make it extraordinary. It has to do something to the meal and be special, or we really don't come up with
like icing on the cake.
Exactly. There's the word I was
right.
saying.
It's a good way to put it. I can't wait to try this.
I know that does look good.
Hot peach and
think of a
honey
lot of
sauce.
different uses for that.
Absolutely.
Do we have this
well, you
out
can
yet?
dig into that.
Yeah, where
right
is
there.
it?
I don't know. Where is it?
I'm going to dig into
It's right
this
here
one.
in this bottle.
I'm on mine.
That's the traditional cream cheese thing.
This was always one of my faves too.
It is.
Oh, good. I get to try it right there. Am I the first to try this? On the show.
On the show, for sure.
All right, here we go. Oh,
That's excellent.
hell yeah. Oh, my goodness.
Not too hot, but it has a nice heat to it.
No,
Perfect.
I'm in.
Yeah, it's a big deal. There were 1,200 people. It's a blind tasting. And so it's not one of these, one of these contests where you pay $35 and you're going to get a ribbon for sure.
Right.
So it's a blind tasting, no labels or anything. Chefs are the people do it. So we pray every year when we put stuff, and there are many years where we won't win anything in that. So it is a big testament to our
That
team.
should be a winner.
Yeah, I think it's going to be great.
I think it's going to be a winner.
Yeah.
That is real good.
You can
taste.
do so many. This would be great on pork tenderloin and lots of different things. So it's not just
Right,
a
it's
cream
not
cheese.
just
and
cream cheese.
Absolutely.
I was thinking wings.
Oh, yeah.
Some chicken wings,
Absolutely.
Yeah, that'd be good.
That would
Pretty
rock.
good stuff. I'm a wing connoisseur, so that would be very good on there.
It's football season. Hey,
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely. So.
Well, the other thing, one of the things I love about Fredericksburg is these family businesses.
Me too.
Yeah, so can you tell us a little bit about the distillery?
Well,
Deeds
So-
Fisher. I go out
Yes,
there with
that's
the
me.
Weinheimer tours. By the way, I got to toot my own horn. I won the Fredericksburg Standard Reader's Choice for best transportation.
yeah.
Wow,
Nice.
nice.
Bam! Well, thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. But we stop. We
Yeah,
stop over
yeah,
there all the
we
time.
see- yeah,
as
it's
much
been
as we
great.
can,
Yeah.
but great facility there.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, well, I always wanted to work with the family business from since I was real little, because you grew up in it, and I kind of always jokingly said in high school, I was like, well, what other industry do you get to eat as your job?
Right.
Trying new things and all that stuff. But I didn't really know exactly where. I had to go off to college, and I was like, well, I'll get a mechanical engineering degree. I'll use it for something, but I don't know exactly where I'll fall in the family business. But I want to fall in somewhere. And around, as one does in college, you get into the spirits, and I got into making cocktails for my friends. And I go, well, how do you make the spirits that go in the cocktails? And I was back in town one day, and my dad kind of offhand, he's always worked with the Nimitz, doing just volunteering and stuff. And he was like, I met this guy, Dan Garrison, a real nice guy, he's got this distillery out in High. And I go, everyone else is getting internships. I wonder if Dan will give me an internship. So I called him up, and he was like, well, if the guys like you, and did that, a summer, Monday through Sunday, 5 to 5. He was like, if the guys like you, and I went and met with Donis and their master distiller, and at the end of the day, I was like, did I pass? I was like 20. I was like, did I pass? How does this work? And he goes, yeah, you seem nice enough. And I'm like, cool, when do I start? He's like, well, we're not paying you, so whenever you want to come. And I was like, well, what are your operating hours? And he's like, well, we got someone here Monday through Sunday, 5 a.m. to 5 p.m. And I thought to myself, I was like, well, I want to learn. So I did that for the summer, 5 to 5, Monday through Sunday, learned a ton from him. And he's kind of been a mentor over the years with the distilling and stuff. And of course, we grow peaches, and we have family friends in Austria that do apricot brandy, pear brandy. And I was like, well, this works perfectly. This would be how this kind of can incorporate into the family
Now,
business.
Deets, didn't you study overseas?
Yes,
am
well, I worked
correct
with.
in saying that?
Yes,
Is
so
that the
I
correct
worked.
term?
So first, I worked over there for a summer with our friend, and then after college, I got a diploma in distilling from the Institute of Brewing and Distilling, and it's based in the UK. But whenever they have a distance program, it's like a 3-year program, and I was like, well, I've got the hands-on stuff. I got to start working at some point, I can't just go tell my parents, hey, I'm going to go off to UK for 3 years after 5 years of college for the engineering. So, yeah, that would have been bad. Yeah, exactly. And so I was heading up our shipping department and stuff, and could take those classes, fit them in with the work schedule and stuff, and just kind
But
of.
then you interned in Austria as well.
Oh, yeah, that's what I was saying
Okay.
earlier. Yeah, exactly, with Marcus. So that was kind of the hands-on kind of stuff with all the fruit spirits and everything. And then kind of slowly pieced it together, and I remember I told my dad once, I go, well, I have a little money saved up, but I don't have enough. I really want a German still, but getting it over here, it's going to be too expensive. He goes, well, I don't know about a new still, but you're paying to be in part of the American Distilling Institute, and they've got a peer-to-peer platform. I'm sure you'll be able to find used equipment.
Right.
And I was like on there, checking it. And sure enough, there was a German still guy shutting down his distillery in Connecticut. And I was like, went over to, of course, being small town, went over to Security State. And I was like, I've got the down payment. Will y'all approve me? And they're like, yeah, you're good. And then it sat in storage for several years before we could actually, start putting it together and build the still house and everything. And we had to put that thing together with basically Nokia cell phone photos of it put together.
Dang.
I mean, It was
Wow.
kind of stressful during that part. I brought a friend in who's also an engineer. I go, I think we can do this together, and spent a day putting it all together, and it ended up working, which was kind of a miracle in
Now
of itself.
the equipment inside now.
Oh,
too.
exactly.
Inside.
No,
Yeah.
literally. It
From
was
the ground up,
crazy. Yeah.
So-
But then we opened like November 2021, and we're right next to Das Beach House, and we do cocktails, tastings. We don't have like an official tour, but literally like here's the tasting room, here's the still house. So like people are like, do you have a tour? I'm like, well, I can take you out there and show you around, and I'll tell you the process. We actually had one right before this podcast. That was a lot of fun. So.
And it's a gin product?
Yes, so we do. Yes, so the kind of passion project, or so to speak, our peach and pear brandy, because it's about like roughly 20 pounds of fruit per bottle, and peaches aren't. And even though we get some from our orchard, we have to get some from Studebaker, but all local Fredericksburg peaches and Yenski and Vogel and all of them. Like we're real good friends with them, so we get some from them. And it just that was our passion project because we grow peaches. And then I was like, well, I love gin, so why not do a gin? You can get the botanicals year round, they're dried. And then the other thing we did was raspberry vodka. Those were kind of our first four. And the raspberry vodka was real great just because roasted raspberry chipotle sauce. So like it kind of tied in with our family business. And my boss over in Austria, the way they do the raspberry flavored vodka is instead of like adding a syrup or something you get those overly sweet flavored vodkas, you soak the raspberries before distillation. So it carries over in the still with that real raspberry flavor, but you're not getting something, it's just real clean.
You're right, because some of the mainstream ones are a little
bit syrupy.
What do they call that in Austria?
They call it a Himbeergeist, and which literally just means raspberry spirit. And actually, that's why we don't have a straight vodka, is because I never thought of doing a flavored vodka. My boss over in Austria was like, oh, whenever you open, you must do the raspberry vodka. It's like one of my best sellers. And then I go to the TTB and I'm like filling out the, standard of identity, and they go, that's a flavored vodka. We don't have a Geist category, over here. And I was like, oh, I never thought I'd do a flavored vodka, but this is so great. Like, we have to do
And then
it.
it's turned into craft cocktails.
Yeah,
as well.
craft
And
cocktails
you put on a
and-
great presentation. Like I said, I've brought several groups by anytime I can, and y'all just do a great presentation for your tastings. And
Oh,
so
thank
forth.
you. Well,
Yeah.
it drives my sister nuts because I tend to be a little long-winded. She's much more efficient than me, and like she's
we
like,
hadn't noticed that.
yes, exactly, yeah.
I get in trouble for being long-winded. Too.
Oh yeah.
You're good.
Well, and and then the other thing that was like so great too was we just opened doing our cocktails and all that. And my mom comes to me and she goes, "What about like drink mixes? Like it's the same equipment as like making the jams and jellies. So why don't we do drink mixes?" And I'd never even thought about that. And I go, I mean, do you think? Yeah, I was like, do you think? She's like, I think they'll do really well. And I was like, okay. So we kind of worked and we did a line about 6. Like the first time we did the first round, and we actually just came out with these two. We've got we always played around with the roasted raspberry chipotle sauce, like kind of, but it's the consistency of a sauce is a little thicker than a drink mix and all that kind of stuff. So you kind of have to doctor it to make it like just on its own as an ingredient for cocktails. But then we were like, well, why don't we just do that in the bottle? And we did the roasted raspberry chipotle like cocktail mix. Yeah.
Right.
No seeds, right?
No seeds. Yeah, it was our like head of the bar, Brooklyn, worked with our Ashley, who's our kind of R&D person, and just kind of kept, okay, it needs it to be a little thicker. Oh no, actually a little thinner, a little sweeter, a little less sweet, and just tweaking that flavor to really make it shine. And that's actually what this cocktail here is, which is like made with the spicy raz.
And those are brand new. I mean, literally in the last 48 hours, they've been labeled.
Yeah, when we were trying to come up with like, what cocktails do we want to kind of make for the show, we were like, wait, we just bottled the drink mixes. This is perfect. So we ran over and got some.
I like the labels. They look really nice.
Yeah, and the other one that is like real awesome is the peach old fashioned mix. And so basically, you mix a little bit of that with, your whiskey. You could do the peach brandy. It's really good. But any kind of, whiskey that you do with an old fashioned, and it's phenomenal. That was amazing.
What a great idea.
It is. We've been seeing those at festivals and such, where people just the full drink in a can.
Yeah, they're like ready to.
Not a can, but.
Those are really cool. And we actually go to like equipment shows and stuff, and there's like special equipment that is so cool to look at. The full ready to drink cocktails kind of things. Right. And it would be awesome. We've always kind of wanted to look at it, but that's a little bit further in the future. Like we're kind of working on, finding a good distribution partner for getting into liquor stores and stuff, and then like. After that, then we'll look at kind of all that kind of stuff, because it's like the drink mixes. It's like making a cocktail easy, like and
like
make it easy for you.
Same concept, exactly. Just making it easier.
Yeah,
high quality and not losing any quality by making it easier.
Yeah, exactly.
Man, that's just a phenomenal idea.
It is.
And they've been great. They really have been.
And
I think
Deanna,
oh yeah, she's the one. It was her idea. Yeah.
Well. Real quick before we kind of wrap up, one of the things that kind of caught my attention that I like to point out is, especially young people like yourself, one of the things that you're talking about, security state, buying peaches here locally, all that kind of stuff. I just love seeing when we can kind of see what we can put together right here.
Oh, exactly.
And we try to do the same thing, and so we appreciate that.
And that's what the Judge and JD show is all about.
That's it.
Community and family.
Community and family. We love these family businesses. I run my family business. It started in 1975 before I was born, so similar. And
and I'm still around.
Or she runs my family business,
and I'm still around.
Anyway, her and Kristen are the bosses. But
exactly.
Anyway, but I just the family business, the local business thing, I think is a cool thing.
I think that's like one thing that really always drew me back. I had some friends who always were like, when I was growing up, it's like, got to get out of Fredericksburg. And I was always like, well, but like the community and like, everyone works together, to build, what we build here. And I'm like, it's such, if there's a place for me back, with the family business, like that would be my like dream, because I love Fredericksburg, and love to keep it alive. Like, we have probably like versus like back in the 70s, we had 30, 40 peach growers. Now we're kind of like 12, 13, kind of around there. And you have less, but like, the ones that are still here, it just, we all really work together to keep it going and, keep the town alive and exciting for the next
Keith
generation.
is engaged now, so there might be more Fishers.
Yes, exactly.
Congratulations.
Yes. Just in the same way she keeps me in line.
Yeah, that's right.
Thank you, Case, for coming in. Anything you want to add about Fischer Wieser before we wrap up?
No, just come out and see us. We'd love to see you.
All right, and cheers to Kristen, who's got a birthday. My daughter Ella's got a birthday today as well, so let's do a little cheers.
Happy birthday,
Chase
everybody.
on the way out.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
We appreciate it a lot.
Right, on the Judge and JD show, we believe in community, and what's cool about our musical guests lately, we've been featuring and spotlighting a lot of the local talent that we have right here in the Burg.
We have some excellent talent that lives right here in Fredericksburg, and a lot of them started around when you started with your stuff.
In fact, we've got the gentleman right here that started about the same time I did, actually maybe a little earlier than I did. But y'all give it up, ladies and gentlemen, Greg Langehenning!
Come on up, Greg.
We were talking about pronouncing names, right? Stephen Langehening's in the band Crystal Peep. Langehenning? Langehenning. Or Langhennig.
Langhennig.
Yeah.
But a lot of people around here just say Langhenny.
Yeah.
Like Langhenny.
I think he's probably been called a lot of things.
I get called a bunch of different ones.
There goes your Mike Agra again.
I need
man.
Mike Agra, man.
Forgot your pills this morning.
Yeah, here, pop one. Okay. Greg Langhenning's here, and man, I know that even people far and wide have seen this gentleman picking the guitar on the streets of Fredericksburg in a bar
Everywhere.
somewhere. And not just Fredericksburg.
All over Texas.
All over Texas.
And
right?
I know a whole bunch here, right here at Pioneer, too. So.
And you had my old teacher on here a few weeks ago.
Sammy?
Sammy.
Yeah, he was a lot of fun.
Yeah, Sammy Geisweid's legendary, and you guys have been in bands together through the years.
We were together, yeah.
How did you? This is what I love about this, because there may be things in your story that I don't know from when you were a kid, and and how you got started. But what got you interested in the guitar, and performing live, and being in bands, etc.?
I lived on the street with the Panzas. I don't know if you've heard of them.
The Panzas.
The Panzas. They were the Fountain of Youth, and they were Crossfires. Gary Itchery was in the band.
Oh yeah.
Gary Insky, Jimmy Panza, and they practiced up on the end of the street.
So
and,
they were another local neighborhood band influence. Look,
And
I didn't know. And
the
Gary
Beatles.
Itchery, there's a name I haven't heard in years.
And the Beatles also. I like them.
Yeah.
I wanted a drum when I was 6. Didn't get one.
Right.
No, never got a drum. I wanted drums.
Yeah.
You wanted to be a drummer.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you made a pretty good guitarist.
I try.
So we're glad you switched over guitar again. But yeah, now and now you play with a couple of different bands. Right?
I'm helping everybody lately.
A lot of different bands.
Some of the older guys are dying, like with Louie and them, Paul. I've been taking his place for a while, and we've lost a few over the last couple of years. A couple of drummers.
I know one drummer. Yeah.
What's his name? Clay, and Paul Tennyson.
Like they say, cancer sucks.
Yes.
Yeah, Clay had lung cancer.
I played. They were both in the same band at Hondo's that we were playing on Sundays.
Yeah. But you played in Southern Image. You played with Scott Hoffman. But even before Southern Image,
High school. Larkin Wall, who's gone,
Larkin's passed away. He used to run sound for Crystal Peak.
and the Long Branch.
But one of my memories, too, I was just thinking about this when I asked you to come on the show, was you guys had this practice room, and I don't know how you scored it, but...
On Main Street?
It was on Main Street.
Upstairs.
Was it above the Palace?
That was the $15 a month.
And they would be up there, people dragging Main, they'd be
For
up there waving
$15 a
and
month.
jamming.
It was above the Guitar Clinic.
Okay.
Oh, the
Okay.
Guitar Clinic.
It was above the Guitar Clinic.
And where was the guitar clinic?
Next to Wynn's, a little right by there where Wynn's used to be.
Where Wynn's used to be, yeah. But and your brother Jeff, he played bass.
He
for
played
a
bass.
while.
He showed Larkin his drum parts.
And Larkin was a drummer, right?
Yeah, but Jeffrey played drums also.
Oh, he played drums
He was
as
showing
well.
him the parts all the time. If he couldn't,
he kind of gave up the music scene.
pretty much got married and yeah.
Yeah.
He was the wild one of the bunch. He had more talent than I did. Jeff.
I'll be danged.
Yeah, I thought,
Yeah.
but I stuck with
But
it.
it's in the family. The
Yeah.
Langhennings,
They go way back.
My uncle Harold was a player, and I think even before Harold's generation, the music goes way back in the Langhenning on the Langhenning
I think
side.
my grandfather played with Sammy's dad, Geisweid.
I'll be danged.
And my great grandfather played also, and my uncle Henry, but they didn't do much. My uncle didn't. So
Yeah, now, and I've talked about it before. I'm kind of a history nerd, but going back to when they came over on the boat, the Germans. Music's just a huge thing here. You think about Turner Hall, and think about all the
played there many
dance halls
times.
and
Peach Jamboree many times.
Peach Jamboree, and yeah. Music's been a big part of this community.
Pat's Hall.
Yes.
Pat's
Oh
Hall.
man, Pat's Hall, legendary.
I've played with all of them. Daryl McCall.
I hate to date you guys, but that was a little before my time.
Yeah.
Just a little bit, but you missed it. It was a great
I'm sure
time,
it was.
that's for sure. But who all have you played for? Go ahead and do some name dropping.
Boy.
You mentioned Daryl McCall, who
Johnny Bush.
"Dreams of a Dreamer" is still one of my favorite
Yeah.
all-time songs of Daryl McCall.
I play the Opry. Not anymore, but I was playing the Opry, so I played with a bunch of them.
You did that regularly,
Yeah,
right?
every month, once a month, until COVID came.
And then that's when it kind of fizzled out a little bit. Who all did you play with on the Opry?
Supernaw, Johnny Rodriguez,
Some legends there.
Doug Kearshaw Played the fiddle.
The Raging Cajun?
Yes. He's telling me jokes.
Doug Kershaw.
He'd be playing a lead and he's telling me jokes.
Yes, he was insane.
He was nuts.
Was he the one that did splits on the chair?
Oh, he not anymore, but
Back in the day,
Yeah.
he would have 2 chairs, Judge, and he would totally be split, like the splits, like a cheerleader split,
Playing the
the
fiddle?
damn fiddle.
and then
And I gotta.
and he would
sounds
give me the
exhausting.
bow. He'd give me the bow, and then he would do the fiddle part.
Crazy, right?
Crazy.
I got a quick Doug Supernaw story. So I was when I was at K-Fan, we had golf tournaments.
He's a good golfer. Was.
Here's a crazy story. So Rod Abear and I were teamed up with Doug Supernaw, and it seems like David Grissom from Joe Ely's band. Mm-hmm. Supernaw shows up with 2 black eyes. I mean, he was crazy SOB. Yeah. He got into some kind of a barroom brawl the night before, so he's got 2 shiners. He's out there all hung over. He goes, dudes, watch this. I shit you not, okay? I am not making this shit up.
Are you?
He stepped back about 4 feet from the tee, ran, did a backflip, landed on his feet, and drove the ball 200 freaking yards.
Nuts. Happy Gilmore.
The
kind of thing.
craziest thing I've ever seen. So thanks for reminding me of Super
That's
Dog.
funny.
A
And
friend
that's
of
a
ours.
true story.
That
That is,
is
you can ask
nuts.
Rod Abear. We both witnessed that. But
We were actually supposed to play with him one more time, and he died not long after that.
cancer as well.
Cancer.
Right? Dang. Yeah. But what a talent he was. But he had the demons in the closet.
Yes,
You
yeah.
know, the devil in the closet, or whatever you say.
Lead singers seem to have that. Seems like.
It happens.
Mm-hmm.
It happens. But man, he was a talented guy. Well, what else have you? So what do you got going on lately? You got In the Pocket. Y'all play here at Pioneer a lot.
Yeah, about once a month now, and we play Milagros, and then we do private stuff. We were out at the Cross Mountain Vineyards the other night, Sunday night.
That's cool.
It was a pretty good one.
Yeah.
And you've been playing a little bit with Scott Crofts too, who's
Yeah,
another talented.
yeah.
We need to get Scott on the show.
Yes.
sometime.
Yeah, we do need to get Scott. He's
Yeah.
been playing here a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We help each other out.
And
Since Billy quit and Travis quit, so
yeah,
Scott's from Johnson City, and my parents taught him when he was young, when he was still in school
Yeah.
in Johnson City. So yeah. Anyway, but good guy. But yeah, we just get some of those folks on.
he was in Last Road to Texas as one of his early deals.
Boyd Harper's
And the Drifters, Scott Hoffman and Bertie Fiddler and Michael Gold,
Yeah.
the Country Drifters.
Oh man, you're taking me way back. Man. I'm loving it. And what was the name of Larkin and Jeff and your band?
Okay, the first one was Quick Take,
Right.
and then there was Wood Shack Mac,
Right.
and Larkin did the artwork. He
That's
did the
right.
artwork on the stuff,
That's right.
and then it became Southern Image later. Well, and there was a Country Express band, Larry Mason, the Country Express.
That's right. That's right.
And the bass player for Neil McCoy was in that band. They were from Ingram. Lauren O'Neill and his sister. And Lauren's not with us anymore either.
Yeah, we've lost a lot of
alcohol's
great-
a mean
great
thing.
great
players too.
local players. Good.
Lost quite a few to alcohol.
Yeah, it seems pretty common in that industry. You know, I think the road can be pretty crazy place for these guys, and that kind of thing happens.
And he played with Neil McCoy. Lauren, he was a keyboard player and a bass.
Yeah.
And our drummer and him played together with John Christopher Way, is another one that
Another great.
Yeah,
you
another
talk about
great-
talented
yeah.
man.
he plays fiddle, guitar, and sings like a bird.
Yes.
Yeah. Great musician. So what's in your future? What do you got? What do you got coming up? You got
Well,
anything new and exciting?
I'm not
Anything?
booking a whole lot until we get a permanent lead singer.
Well, we can put that out there right now. Look,
Yeah,
you guys looking
yeah.
for a
You
lead
guys are
singer?
looking for a
What
lead
type
singer,
of a
huh?
vocalist
Yeah, we're
are
looking
you
for
looking for?
a lead singer that can play acoustic guitar. I'll
Rock singer, rock and country.
be able to do it all.
Okay,
We play it all.
Yeah.
Judge is a great singer. You should totally hire him. I mean, I've heard him singing in the shower. I mean, I have not heard him singing in the shower.
Really?
I did not come off right. Christian has told me he's a pretty good singer in the shower. How's that? I've been nowhere near Judge's shower.
No, I hope not.
So you're not gonna sing?
I'm not much of a singer. I don't know if you'd want me up there. I'm going to stick to selling beer.
But seriously, though, how do folks get a hold of you? We may have somebody watching right now that may want to get up and come on out for a little.
Well, technically, I'm his booking manager, too. You just don't know.
Yeah, right. He just doesn't know it yet. Is that right?
Well, on Facebook or Instagram, both. I'm on both of them.
Greg Langehenning. All right, Facebook, Instagram.
See, Greg, you could have gotten more. I have people bribe us to book. Come on now.
What is one of your favorite musical memories? What do you feel like one of your biggest performances, or what's the highlight of your guitar?
Well, playing some of that stuff at the fair, but one of them was we were playing with we were doing a show in San Antonio, and we were doing a Restless Heart tune, Let the Heartache Ride. Mm-hmm. See, we won some of those contests. The showdowns,
True Value.
Yeah, we won a couple, 3 of them.
There was 2 or 3 showdowns back then. Yeah,
and we would win them here, or local Kerrville and here, and then you got to go to Fort Worth, the Billy Bob's, and it's whatever they want, is what they take, I think. But anyway, we were playing a show and we were playing that song, and Restless Heart was out there, and they gave the thumbs up.
Oh,
that is
man.
cool.
Yeah. That was at the River Festival area down there, San Antonio. Yeah,
San Antonio. That's
I
cool.
love it.
Kind of scary.
Got the thumbs right, but you got the thumbs up from Restless.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that was them. Yeah.
I love it. Larry Stewart, one of those guys.
Yes.
Great stuff.
Greg Jennings.
Well, we appreciate you coming on the show, and like I said, we like to put the spotlight on local artists. But you've been an institution here. Like you said, not just in Fredericksburg,
Absolutely,
but Texas, and played at was it the Llano Opry?
Yeah, the Llano Opry.
And
we used to do a lot of stuff for Tracy.
you've just been such a big part of the music community.
He's a staple up here on the stage, for sure. So,
and you got great stage presence, great sound.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you.
And you've been honing in on that craft for a long time, doing a great job.
I took a little hiatus from it for a while to be a dad and a husband, back there when my son was little. So,
and then
I'm just a dad
came
now.
roaring back.
Yeah, I thought I was put here for some reason, so I started playing again about 10 years ago. Played with Aaron Coatman. We got the deal going with Aaron Coatman.
Yeah.
And he had a bunch of songs, and he passed away.
Yeah, he was
36.
He was starting to hit that Texas chart pretty hard.
And his dad was playing steel. Sammy was playing fiddle.
Yeah.
Clay was in the band. Clay Bielman.
Yeah.
Rome Hill.
Oh, Rome.
Another
good old name.
He's still playing.
Rome's still picking.
Yeah, he's playing with Trevino.
Good old bass player.
Not Rick Trevino, but Justin.
Oh, Justin Trevino.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Greg, thank you much for coming in, being part of the Judge and JD show.
Yeah.
You bet.
All right. Have a good one.
Enjoyed it.
Well, thank you so much for joining us on the Judge and JD show. Make sure you like, subscribe, and get notified. We're up to how many subscribers?
About 1,000 subscribers with like 25,000 views. It's insane.
It's going crazy good. Thank you. Thank you.
Our viewers have been so good to us, and we appreciate it a whole lot.
I think we found that balance of, because everybody wants a little piece of Fredericksburg, so hopefully we can offer that to our viewers far and wide, and talk community, but also the Texas music scene and the local music scene. I mean, it just seems to all be jiving.
You can't beat it, and it's just good stuff. Good people that have taken their time out, and Fischer Wieser, that food, those pecans today. Oh my gosh,
that was some great food
and great guys. A lot of fun. So
it was nice visiting with Dietz and Case, and of course Greg Langehenning, great musician right here in Fred. So good stuff today.
Good stuff. We'll be back next week too.